We are running out of jet. I hope this is worth it. Everything I say is based on my own opinions and experience. I'm not speaking for the public, and my feedback should be treated as such. You are watching Nico Evaluates. With 26 years of experience on Mega Man games, 7 years of doing the No Miss Buster Only challenge, and countless Snupster Races, as well as being the QA tester for Mega Man Unlimited, I'm here to tell you my honest opinions on different Mega Man games, so sit tight and learn. Hello people and welcome back to Nico Evaluates Mega Man Revolution. Let's go check the alternative route in Haste Man stage, as well as beat the boss, because last time it fucking left. Somebody said in the comments that you can actually soft lock the game as base in one spot, and I think I found another as well. Because he supposedly doesn't have a slide, he only has a dash. You can drop down to previous screens where you get locked, basically in a room that you can't escape. So that's one thing that the community has found out, and supposedly there's multiple spots like that. I still hate the traffic light enemy, because it's like it's taking control away from you. So this is supposedly the other path here. Probably has a letter that we missed or something. But the other oh okay. But the other route has the item, so I guess we have to come back to that. The item that you just land on top of, you don't even see you picking it up. I thought it was a 1-up. That path here looks more dangerous, so I bet the letter is here. Just a guess, it would make sense at least. Nope, not yet. Position's not as good here. Okay, so that was just a waste of rush jet. So you have to have rush jet or coil. Probably jet to even make this. So if you only have coil and you come here, you just have to kill yourself probably. If there are spots like in the first room, like this, you can't make this with coil. Someone was like, yeah, you can shoot the traffic light. Well, yeah, I can, but sometimes it just hits us anyway. So we're already running out of rush jet, so I guess we have to be very careful and just pick more of it. So you should have a big energy there at least for that crab. Just small little ones. I'm not sure if the little ones actually cover a big one. I don't think so. There's a lot of jet usage in here. You could probably also use the running weapon, which I'll demonstrate at some point, but I've seen footage of it. We are running out of jet. I hope this is worth it. So you can shoot it like that, but I still don't like the enemy. I don't like enemies that take away your basic controls. Ooh, that's a dead trap down there. Not the greatest idea. Son of a shit. So you have a route in your stage that requires the shotgun weapon, but we don't have it. We don't have it yet. So why do you have that wall there? You have to pick either route. You can't go to both unless you revisit the stage. And why would you revisit the stage just for an E-tank? Just get a big bolt and buy a fucking E-tank. This is pretty dangerous since we ran out of jet. How do you make that then? I'm not even gonna ask. Those dead traps are so unneeded. After transitions you should not be... Oh, okay, the same item is actually here as well. That's good design there. But after transitions, try not to place spike beds under those, because that's just a cheap way to kill the player. I didn't realize that this route was actually a full-blown route. Like, I thought it was gonna merge at some point, but we're still going. It seems to be its own thing. This route needs a lot of rework. I think the paths should merge at some point early on. Just get the letter. This is like a whole new stage. It's nothing like the normal route. And the coil and jet usage is way overdone. You can soft lock the game so many times here if you run out of it. And jumps like this, oh mother of god, never do this please. And you need coil still. We have like 1 use? Or 2? No, that's it. One use. We just used all of our rush abilities to get that item on the last tick of energy for it. This route is another place where you can soft lock the game. If you go down there, we don't have rush coil or rush jet. Well, you soft lock the game again. This route is very badly made. This should not be even a thing. This is on a build that is supposed to be final in the first place. Of course, it's going through revisions, but stuff like this should not be a thing. These projectiles come at us way too fast. There should be some kind of an alert or something for that. Another big eye, because we run out of ideas already for some reason. This route, not a big fan of. It's just a clusterfuck. It's not well done. There's so many spots where you can just soft lock the game, and you barely have any rush jet and coil. You have to have both of those pretty much, or the running weapon thing. I guess that would help. But you should not even play this stage before having some tools. That is not something I would say is good design, because you can make it up to this route with just coil. So if you only have coil, this route is probably impossible. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't brain right now. So that's the shotgun weapon, which supposedly destroys walls. Well, it's at least a good thing that the item was in both routes. That's good. But we should just kill the boss, because it just sometimes locks the game up, and then I have to redo all of this and get the items again. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to die to him. Because the more you die to a robot master, the bigger the chance is that it will just soft lock. So that's the weakness. Shit. Didn't have time to equip the E-tank there. I hope it doesn't crash. Okay, just kill him. He's just like, again, the stage mechanics come into play in the boss. A cheap way to build a boss, in my opinion. The bosses are not unique, they just recycle the stage designs and stage hazards. That's not something you should do if you want to create a unique experience. Really don't have stuff from the stage come back in the boss. That negates meeting the boss, that negates all of the mystery that it has behind it. Otherwise, not too bad of a job, but like everyone else in the game, pretty boring. Just goes back and forth. Well, let's go get the rest of the items then.
You're alright. That's all 8, is it?
So it is. Well,
What's the matter?
right as he arrived, I found something.
What is it, Dr. Ramir?
The evil energy readings are off the charts in India.
Oh, you're right. Timing.
I would presume that Dr. Wiley might have something to do with it.
Thank you, Dr. Ramir. Now I can put an end to the evil energy.
I must caution you. Wiley appears to have developed a new strain. From the samples you provided, it appears reminiscent of a virus. Intriguing.
Even so, if I don't stop him now, it'll get hurt. I'm going in now.
What is it that Wiley's planning?
Alright, so this portion is recorded separately from my actual gameplay, so I'm not currently playing. I was trying to get the rest of the items from Pyroman stage, and also the letter from Groundman stage and such, but the game would bring me back to the map whenever I pressed the B button or whenever I killed an enemy. So that's the thing, that's a bit of a weird crash the game had on me. So sometimes when I would fire, it would immediately bring me back to the map, and sometimes when I killed an enemy, it would bring me back to the map. Also, pausing the game, I could hear the pause effect twice, and it would bring me back to the map. So it seemed like whatever I did, it brought me back to the map from the stages, and when I came back to the stage, the enemies that I killed were actually gone. So the stage was still playing in the background, even though it just threw me to the map screen. So that went on for about an hour. I tried to troubleshoot it with the developer. Could not really figure it out. Then I went through the stages without firing a single shot, just to collect the items, and sometimes when I got to the wall and I had to change the weapon to the shotgun weapon and fire, yeah, you guessed it, back to the map screen. So I just happened to get lucky once. So I got the items by shooting once, breaking one wall, and that was it. I got the item, and I went off to game over so I could save the game, but whenever I did, I tried to save the game, but the whole thing crashed. So I then figured out, okay, so maybe if I beat the stage without shooting once, I collect the items just by breaking the wall once and doing nothing else in the entire stage, go through the stage without firing a single shot, and just go through it, just go through one stage. So I went through, I think it was Groundman stage, I can't be completely sure, but I think that's the one that I completed without firing once. I could be wrong, but it took so long to troubleshoot. I finally got through it, and the boss wasn't there, luckily, because we killed it already. So from there I was able to save the game, and it somehow we're back on track. So now it works again. I'm not sure what the hell happened with the save file or some... I don't know what happened with the game, but right now it is fixed. That fixed it. I can fire again, I can use my abilities. Everything is back to normal. We got all of the letters and such. I'm not gonna waste your time on it. It's not too appealing to go through them. The game is so buggy and glitchy to begin with. Let's just go onwards and tackle Wily next, I suppose. So that was something that happened. One of the buggiest and glitchiest games we've ever had on the show. But then again, the title screen says some things may be very broken, so this instance here I cannot let it affect the rating, because that's a crash, that's a glitch that happened to my save file or something. I'm not sure what happened there, but regardless, I'm not gonna let this one instance affect the rating, otherwise it would be a 0 of a game. But let's forget that this ever happened, because things like this can happen because it's a demo, it's not a finished product. Something has gone very horribly wrong at some point. But right now the save file is fixed, we can continue playing. That was a challenge, holy shit. Let's get back to it. This is now live again. Although, well, my heart rate can't work if the Fitbit is not on my wrist, right? Okay, I guess that'll start working at some point. Oh, there we go. So let's continue to the Wily stages. We now have all of the items. So let's see what the Wily stages have for us. Oh yeah, the shop, sure. I did bring you bolts. What is this? W tank. Why does it look like that? It's like a broken tank. Huh. Well, energy balancer at the bottom. We probably should take that. What is this? Buster boost. Charge up faster and collect items. Well, it already charges up quite fast. I don't think we need that. Sure, it'll collect items, but that's quite a bit overpowered, I think. Weapons will require less weapon energy. That is good for our evaluation, so I'll take that. Oh, so this is not an energy balancer, okay. Damage will be converted into weapon energy with this handy little device. Okay. So I think we just go the classic route. Just take E-tanks. Don't need any more, huh? What about a master tank? Or mystery tank? Nope, don't have enough bolts. So I guess we'll... Oh, now... Ah! So are they broken because we bought... Oh, they have an X on top of them. That's what it means. That X should be red or something. Or just light could tell me that I can't get any more of those instead of just putting a black X on it. That confused the fuck out of me. Good luck. Lucky's right, I hope it doesn't crash. So they're still playing Pong, even though Roll wasn't even facing the screen. I apologize if there's... What is that even? What the fuck? Oh, they are... I see. Oh, what the... What the fuck is... I have to take a video of this. Hold on, what the fuck? What is this? God, mother of... What the fuck is this? Lieber Flottefeger als something scrubber. Like, that's supposed to, like... So that is collecting the little pebbles from the asphalt. Because we use them when it's winter time. To collect the stones, so we don't... because we use those during winter. So it's not as slippery. But why does it have such a weird ad on the side of it? What the fuck is that ad? I have no idea what the fuck that is about. How is that professional? What the... How is that professional? Somebody who knows more German than I do, let me know. Usually the trucks that collect those pebbles, they don't have anything written on them except like a phone number or something. That is peculiar as hell. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Ah, shit, I don't know what the fuck that's about. Jesus Christ. Well. Well, back to this. Oh, look at my heart rate. Look at my heart rate. I just stood up. That's all I did. I stood up, and that's my heart rate. This is my setup, by the way, if you were ever wondering what my setup is. OBS is right there. That's my heart rate that is being projected here. And then have the battery of the Fitbit. Got my display. Got my mic. Got my PC, which I just upgraded a few months ago. The lighting doesn't do it justice. It's too bright in here. In any case, oh, look at that squid of wires. I still have to take care of that somehow. That does not look good. I have to put some kind of a tubing on those wires. And the video card, I am thinking about the 1080 Ti once they get more stock. The stock has run out. I'm running a GTX 970 right now. Has that little annoying red wire going throughout it. Probably for the fans. Does not fit the team that much. And also I have the pugs on top of the power button because my cat likes to step on that. So they are there for a reason. Believe. Anyway, let's get back to it. You probably got bored. Well, that is that. So let's go to Dr. Wily then. Enough fucking around. Yep, that is Wily. No UFO. No iconic UFO scene. Oh, no, here it is. This is gonna take hours. He should really be in the backside. That's the reason why they did it on the NES, to have him on the backside, so the stairs are not visible, because he just went up to his UFO with invisible stairs. That's an OK looking castle, kinda has this Mega Man 5 vibe though, which is not the greatest, but it's better than what we've seen in some other games. Okay. Well, classic thing, everyone wants to have big eyes on their... Alright, so this is kind of a clusterfuck here. I don't fancy this design. Music. I would hope for a better music for a Wily Castle. But we are getting a revamp for it. How many fucking shots does it take? And then it comes back. Extremely annoying. Probably should use weapons, but let's see if there's a weapon that we haven't tried. N-Pulse. See what it does. If you can even hit that met with it. No, how hard can it be? Motherfucker. Okay, so it just goes through, at least through the met. So this is the sprint weapon, you can actually run with it. And anything that you pass with it will die if you deal enough damage. So this is something that you would probably use on the first stretch of the stage here. And anywhere you see fit. Reminds me of kind of like a Sonic thing. Beat, we have it. I like the assortment of different weapons we have. That's a nice price for our, well, little walkthrough here. We went through and got all of the items and such. You can have 3 mystery tanks, which I would still give you just 1. Unless the game is ridiculously hard. I would limit those to 1. Okay, so does that mean that's on now? I don't know what that means. I even forgot what that was. Well, I hope it's on now. I have no idea if it's on or not. We only have 1 item, so I can't really tell. So that's probably pretty much all of the items. Tango. I never found a use for it in any game. Maybe in the Game Boy games, but it's kind of useless for these type of games. Unless you make a better use for it. The first stretch here, the Mets destroy the whole flow of this first stretch here. The Mets destroy this section because you have to battle the big guys in a certain way. But then the Mets, they're kind of in your way. You can't really express yourself in a way that you like. So you just probably end up rushing. Like, look at this. Such a badly done stretch here. Mets and big eyes are one thing that you really have to get right from the get-go. And there's just too many big eyes here. And too many Mets as well. That section was just bad. Oh my god, I'm gonna piss out my ass. Oh my fuck. Okay, luckily he can't get up here. Got some animation going on the foreground, and that's one thing I always talk about as well. Do not place enemies right after a transition that just hit you straight up. So I guess you want me to use Chet here, but let me guess, we need Chet later and then we're just gonna lose it, right? Let me guess. I'm just gonna use it though, because why not? This section doesn't want to get played, so we should not play it. That is one of the worst wily like beginnings I've ever seen. Okay, so there's one more, right? Oh, that's a glitch there. Kind of a... yeah, kind of zip into the wall there. Luckily it doesn't break the game, but needless glitch anyway. So let me tell you how to improve this section here. You can't even... okay, you barely can do that, so... make the shield attacker turn before this spot. Make it turn left, don't have it touch the wall. Because it limits you and it's gonna hit you every time. Of course it's gonna hit you. That's a beginner's trap. That's a dumb design. It's not even a beginner's trap, it's just a trap. Period. You should not place shield attackers like that, ever. It's fine here, because you have time to adjust. But right after a transition, it's not fine, because now what I have to do is just go slowly like this, anticipate something that's gonna hit me. And I'm just never sure if it's gonna hit me or not. One thing I found about these shows is that they're pretty much Mega Man 1 shows. If you try to skip them, they will jump back at you. Like that. That's a nice thing to have. Not enough people do things that remind me of Mega Man 1, so that's a cool thing to see. I love that design of the show. He doesn't give up, he jumps back at you. I like that. The shows should not give up so easily, right? A free E-Tank again, which... we can only have 4 E-Tanks Mega Man 2 style. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But the amount of bolts was, I think, just right. You could get what you wanted from the shop. You could even farm for a bit more. This shows section here not too bad. Kinda easy to be in a wily stage, but now, since you're running out of ideas, you're just hammering big eyes our way. That's the only thing you can do. And that was the stage. That was very lackluster. If that's the case. No. Got a gate here for no reason. Let's see. Oh, there's some kind of meat boss. I would have guessed that those dead spikes killed us instantly, but that's not the case. They just harm us. That doesn't make too much sense. So if we now jump up, is that an insta-kill or not? I'm gonna test that again. If that's an insta-kill, again, consistency, yes. Consistency, not there. It doesn't make any sense. If the spike drops on us, that should kill us instantly as well. Don't have the same type of projectile or the same type of hazard do two different things to us what comes to damage in a different setting. That doesn't make any sense. That's just my take on it anyway. I think that's not a good thing. Can you somehow kill him with a weapon that goes up? Storm Chaser. Can Beat kill him? No. So I'm guessing that he can't be killed. Maybe the R missile. Nope, okay. Just making sure that we don't have to kill it. It doesn't look like we have to, I'm just wondering about things. The jump mechanics are pretty good in this game. You're not gonna die too many times to accidental inputs if you press the button down for too long. Is that the boss already? Kind of a mediocre. Yep, that's the boss already. That's a short stage. For a wily stage, very mediocre. Very underwhelming. We are on the wily stages. This should be a longer stage, more hazardous stage. Put us to the test, but no, you're just cuddling us, holding our hand. Maybe we should use the our missile now then. Oh, so if we get hit, we can't control the missile. Okay, so now it works. Again, another issue with the consistency. We could not hit him earlier, so that made me think we can't hit him now either. Now the problem of this is that if we run out of... really? So the checkpoint is here? Okay, so that's how you made it more difficult. That is the wrong way to have a challenge in your game. You make us do this all over again because we died at the boss. That's not how you make a wily stage. The stage should be much longer and then have the checkpoint at the boss, not here. That is completely ass backwards from how I would do it. So what if we run out of like every weapon? We have to game over. If we don't have any weapon tanks either, or master tanks, or mystery tanks. Of course, you're a fucking mong if you somehow do that, but I'm just saying that. Okay, so this works far better. Well, I am not against this boss. It's an okay design, just very underwhelming for a wily boss and wily stage. That was pretty much just garbage. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I think you can do better. You can do better than this. It's always the case with these fan games. People just give up when it's time for the wily stages. It's one thing that the player always waits to see. How do the wily stages play? What's gonna happen? Do they really put us to the test? And no, this game really doesn't. It's just like any other mediocre fan game that doesn't really test you, at least not yet. Wily 1 was really underwhelming. If you agreed on what I say, leave a like. If you disagreed, leave a dislike. Catch you next time.